I feel that there has been a negative image put on young kids from Ward 7 and 8. They just see the typical stereotypes: gang violence, gang retaliation, drugs, dropouts, and pregnancy.
Most of us don't succeed and we are hoodlums. I think that's what the perception of Ward 7 and Ward 8 is.
They had tagged us basically that only out of 9 or 10 students, only one going to graduate from college. So they basically just try to tag and label us already, but we're not going to let that hold us back. We're going to go to college and get our degree.
The College Success Foundation focuses primarily on helping low-income kids who have high potential but have very little hope or opportunity of going to college. We give them the support they need to make sure they're prepared to go to college and then that they're successful. The challenge with Ward 7 and 8 is first geographic. Ward 7 and 8 is really cut off from the rest of the city. Therefore, it is always left out of the mainstream of what's happening in the District of Columbia.
DC has a graduation rate of about 9% from college. Ward 7 and 8 roughly is about 2 to 3%. So there's a need to have some college-educated young adults to come back and give back to this community.
Good morning, staff, students, teachers, faculty, Ms. Mingo, Ms. Williams. My name is Ramsey Henderson.
Ramsey is a student that stands out, and not only because of his size, but his personality, his persistence. He strives to be successful, and he lets you know that.
I applied to West Virginia University in the 8th grade. I'm not gonna lie, I did a whole lot of lying on that application, but ever since then, college has always been on my mind. I feel I had to go to better myself as a person.
So I want to do 5, at least 5.
I did Park Atlanta, but they need fee waiver. They don't take fee waiver with these.
Okay, so we want to have those done by at least Thanksgiving.
Okay.
What the HERO program is about is helping these underrepresented young men who have that academic potential, but they actually need that little bit of help, that support and push, so to speak, to actually get them into college and graduate from college. We do SAT preparation. We also take the young men on field trips to sort of improve their social skills. Pretty much the things that are going to make them be successful, not only in high school and college, but life.
The first time I heard about the College Success Foundation, it was in Maya Angelou. They told us that this was the first year that these guys were giving out this scholarship. It was a $50,000 scholarship up to, I think, 5 years in college.
Tamisha is one of our first cohort achievers. She is the embodiment of resilience.
Coming from where I come from, going up the way that I grew up, I didn't have that much support. So coming into college with that mind state that I don't have support, I think that is very discouraging.
Tamisha is in many ways an example of the young women from Ward 7 and 8. She is a young lady of very high ambition. She fights to be here every single day, and she has to overcome a lot of barriers to her academic and personal and social success.
At the beginning of the class, we talked about life chances, whether your race, class, or gender, which one gives you better life chances?
I put G for none. I don't have none of these. I just think that I'm poor because I was born poor. Okay. But I'm happy poor. Honestly, I believe that without this scholarship and without the people that comes with this scholarship, I may not even be a junior in college. I might not have even got past that.
When you become a DC achiever, one of our responsibilities and our mottos is brother, sister, keepers. If you see one person slacking, like, come on, man, let's get on track. So like we had to look out for each other.
A lot of times when you talk to the current cohort of achievers, they always talk about the family that they have when it comes to the achievers. Yeah, we offer the money, but the money is not what's going to keep you there or what's going to help you when you're struggling.
You can teach students about education and applying to college and doing those things, but it's that relationship that they have with their mentor that sort of gets them over the hump and gives them the extra confidence they need to be successful.
I'm Tamisha's mentor, and Tanisha is extremely committed to her own success. But the reality is she lost her mother very young at her father's hand. And she's been on her own for so long that there are times when she feels as though I can't rely on other people, and so I'm going to have to struggle through this by myself.
Monica Gray is my mentor. She has saved me so many times, I can't even explain. There has been times where I could not get to school because I didn't have gas money. And Ms. Gray, well, I have gift cards. And if I don't go to class, she will make me. When I change my number, she hunts me down. And I know that, like I said, when I graduate, she is going to be there.
This is a young woman who, when you listen to the statistics and you listen to her story, people will be like, my gosh, the ending to her story must be she's on the street somewhere, or she's on drugs, or she's pregnant, or, fill in the blank with any type of negative activity that you can think of. And when you look at everything that she came from and what she has turned into, she is a true testament, a true story. She is everything that our kids can be. Well, today we have a very special guest that I wanted to bring to speak to you. She is a Cohort 1 achiever, and her name is the Miss Lovely, Beautiful Tamisha Scott.
A little bit about how I grew up. When I was 3, my dad killed my mom. We went to Texas for like 2 years, but I grew up here. I grew up in Southeast Benning Roads, let y'all know. And my aunt, who I was living with, which is my guardian, she relapsed, and she started back smoking. And so from there on, I grew up in a crack house. Therefore, I had to take care of myself. But I still graduated from high school and I still went to college. So therefore, I feel like, I don't know what y'all going through, but if we are going through the similar things, I feel like that I can relate to you. And there's no excuse why you can't go to school and why you can't make it.
You've heard from Tamisha, you've heard from Ramsey. There are thousands of Tamishas and Ramseys, but we will never be able to provide them the opportunity without your help. We all have to come together, and we have to finance these kinds of programs to ensure that our kids are successful. And then we have to do things to encourage that they come back so that they can continue to be examples to their parents, their guardians, their little brothers and sisters. But before they can do that, we need your help to get them into college, through college, and successful in college.
Good morning, Miss Williams, Miss Mingo,
Mr. Widow.
My name is Tanya Jones. My name is Leslie Blackburn.
My name is Damian Johnson.
My name is Deshawn Sutherland.
My name is Ramsey Henderson. This fall, I will be attending Delaware State University.